Svane Vulfbad was once a proud and noble wolf lord, the rank equivalent to captain within the Space Wolves chapter of the Adeptus Astartes. Svane served the chapter loyally for many centuries, but over time the Wolf Lord would grow more and more cynical and disheartened towards the grinding ineffectualness of the Imperium's bureaucratic and administrative process. Eventually, his patience would snap, and Svane would abandon his chapter, turning traitor and becoming a Chaos Lord. Svane would also become a devout worshipper of Khorne, the Chaos God of bloodshed and violence. Svane would then obtain leadership over a Chaos Space Marine warband, and upon the storm-racked moon of Galimius, would begin conducting a ritual to summon demons into the material realm, which would have increased the size of his forces exponentially. Vulfbad and his allies would be hunted down and attacked by a force of space wolves under the command of the Wolf Lord Harald Deathwolf, who spent several weeks tracking the traitor Wolf Lord. Svane and Harald would engage in a fierce duel, the Khornate wolf fighting with the rage of a berserker, even managing to badly wound Deathwolf's mount in the process. Soon, Svane was the only member of his warband left standing, and would continue to fight against his former kin, raging and spitting his defiance all the while.
I murdered thousands for the Emperor, and he gave me nothing except his damning silence. Now his lapdogs yap for every life I take, while the gods promise me the galaxy.
Deathwolf would eventually defeat Svane in combat, and prepared to execute the traitor. But when the Wolf Lord brought down his axe to kill Vulfbad, the pair would be struck by a bolt of lightning. While Deathwolf was seemingly unharmed, Svane was nowhere to be seen, having vanished into nothingness with only his axe remaining. So ultimately, what happened to Svane? Initially, it would appear that Svane was simply killed by the bolt of lightning that struck him, which vaporized him as a result. This possibility seems unlikely for a number of reasons. Firstly, Harald Deathwolf was also struck by this same bolt of lightning and emerged completely unscathed. While both Astartes were clad in armour, which could have theoretically acted as a conductor to intensify the lightning bolt, Deathwolf wore Mark 7 power armour, while Svane Vulfbad was clad in tactical dreadnought or Terminator armour. Terminator armour is designed to endure greater punishment than power armour, known to be able to withstand shots from las cannons, crack missiles, and plasma cannons. If this lightning bolt had killed Svane Vulfbad, then not only should some remnant of his armour have survived, given its durability and superior construction, but more importantly, Harald Deathwolf should have theoretically suffered a more grievous blow as a result, given the lesser protection that power armour provides in comparison to that of Terminator Warplate. To vaporize a human body, approximately 2.99 gigajoules of energy is required to do so. Admittedly, however, we cannot say for certain on whether, if, or how the atmospheric conditions of Galimius itself could have affected the potency and energy output of the moon's lightning bolts, as well as the intensity of other such electrical storms. But if Svane was killed by this bolt of lightning, then something of his body should have presumably remained, even if it was little more than its charred vestiges. The next potential reason to account for Svane's disappearance is that he simply teleported away. As mentioned earlier, Svane was clad in Terminator armour, and certain suits do contain teleport homers. This could have theoretically allowed Svane to teleport back to his ship to avoid being slain by Harald Deathwolf, either using the lightning strike to cover for his disappearance, or that it simply occurred at a convenient and coincidental time. The problem with this, however, is that teleportation is not instantaneous when activated. Teleportation generally takes at least a few seconds to power up, as demonstrated within the Horus Heresy story, Garrow, Sword of Truth. When Nathaniel Garrow and Tylos Rubio of the Knights Errant and the Loyalist World Eater, Mesa Varen, come under attack by traitor warriors of the White Scars Legion, led by Captain Hakim, Rubio activates the teleport Homer that was carried by the slain custodian, Kararin, in order to facilitate their escape. The teleport Homer took a few seconds to power up and activate, long enough for the White Scars to understand what the Loyalists were attempting, and for Hakim to order his men to open fire upon them. The Loyalists would then vanish before being struck by the oncoming storm of bolter fire. As such, unless the blast from the lightning bolt that struck both Vulfbad and Deathwolf lasted several seconds, which, given the unknown atmospheric conditions of the moon, could very well be a possibility, there wouldn't have been enough time for Svane to teleport out without one of Deathwolf's warriors noticing. However, there is another potential possibility in regards to Svane's disappearance. That he was spirited away by a demonic entity or by the Chaos Gods themselves. Svane and his forces were in the middle of conducting an arcane ritual when Harold Deathwolf and his men attacked. As such, it's possible that for some reason or another, a demon prince or a chaos god could have taken interest in Svane and whisked him away due to having other plans in mind for the former Wolf Lord. This wouldn't be entirely outside the realm of possibility, as there have been cases of individuals who have come under the attention or even protection of certain warp-born entities who will spirit them away in order to shelter them. One such example is with the enigmatic Astartes known as Cypher. Cypher is believed to be one of the Fallen, space marines who betrayed the Imperium and the Dark Angels Legion of the Legione Astartes during the dying days of the Horus Heresy. Cypher is hunted by the Dark Angels and their successor chapters in order to capture or kill him. But Cypher is under the protection of some unknown entity, which is rumoured to be anything from a minor chaos god, a demon prince, or even the Emperor of Mankind himself. Whenever Cypher is captured or upon the verge of death, he will mysteriously disappear, much to the anger and dismay of those who seek to incarcerate or eliminate him. Because of this, it's possible that a demonic entity or deity could have done something similar in regards to Svane, explaining as to how he could have vanished without a trace. The question at this point, however, is that if an entity spirited Svane Vulfbad away, then just who or what exactly could have done so? Given that Svane became a worshipper of Khorne, it's possible that the Blood God had some greater design in mind for the former Wolf Lord. After all, by Svane's own admission, thousands of lives were snuffed out by his own hands, and Khorne values the spilling of blood and the taking of lives. As such, perhaps Khorne took a liking to Svane, and intends on using him to spill more blood and claim more skulls for his throne. What do you think happened to Svane Vulfbad? Leave a comment below, and thanks for watching.